too bad. Makes sense.
How many screws did we put in this thing?
A few.
Way too many. This will last longer than we will. 4.
Well, make
8,
sure when we die,
12.
we'll put it on our wills that our kids have to cut it in half, and each one gets half of it.
There's 17 screws per panel. What's 17 times 2? 34?
4.
There's 34 screws holding the bottom shelf on. So that whole thing is only going to hold 4 rolls of paper towels. We only have 4.
Only have 4.
So the amount of screws per roll of paper towels is almost 4. That is ridiculous.
I have to say, at least, you know, we don't. This is a worry-free project that we have done here.
Yes.
We no longer have to ever worry about any of this crap warping or anything like that.
Yeah, no, the old table warped. It got scoliosis and shriveled up like a prune. So this one should last a lot longer.
There's the title of today's vlog: Scoliosis tables.
That is solid AF. So Jeff, you got tired of the V8. You traded it in, right? Nah, it's good. The M5's getting work. He still has it.
Serious.
So what do we got? Tell us about it.
318.
19.
So this is a 1989.
Okay, that's older than all of us.
Yes, substantially. It's about nearly 30 years old.
1989.
There's some crap in the back. You
Three. Which model?
can... So this E30 325.
325. That was the big one, right?
Yeah. So this sports the very powerful straight 6. I think it makes like 140 horsepower.
Yeah, but this thing's light.
But this thing weighs about 2,700 pounds. So do the math there. Power to weight ratio. I mean, it's pretty. It's like.
I love the CCA badge in that grill. It just works.
Yeah, it just.
It just looks right. Yeah.
So this specific car though, obviously it's a little rough around the edges, but one nice thing about it is it has virtually no rust. It's a Southern car.
Yeah, that's nice.
So I'm planning this summer maybe to either I can sell it and get my money back because I traded in for a dirt bike, or I can start doing some exterior stuff like probably respray the hood, probably get some, you know, fix up the fenders and shit, you know, maybe do a paint correction. And I'm thinking an S52 swap into this would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. And it's a manual, of course.
Oh, of course, yeah. I wouldn't get anything other.
This car would probably be a bear.
This car has the exclusive, ultra rare combination of leather and fabric seats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're the extremely rare option.
Oh, they're like old airplane seats.
Yeah.
Like Bombardier airplane seats.
Yeah.
It's a Q400 from 30 years ago.
But look at this, because it's square, right?
You fit back there?
Look at the headroom. Like, I'm like perfectly comfortable just sitting here. It's like,
okay, I'll move this up for you. This is my first E30 ride. I've never been in one before. That sounds like an airplane too. It's like closing the cabin door. Man, analog clock.
that's
Belt squeal.
like Jeff's
the
pride.
dashboard's
That's
all
Jeff's,
crack.
Pride, most prized possession in this car.
Yeah, so this has the extremely rare Euro clock. I actually got it. It works too. It
Looks like
gives
it's
the
out
right
of an aircraft.
It gives the right time. It needs the light to backlight.
The backlight,
Did you
yeah.
guys clean the contacts? Or what was...
No, there's a special adapter I had to buy to get it to work.
235?
Yeah, it's
Damn, you're coming up on my 330. Sweet. All right, we're running out of battery, so
right.
I'll check in later. Okay, we've been working. It is after 1 o'clock in the morning now. In fact, it is about 1:15. But productive day. Ken and Jeff were here. We went to dinner together over at Don Patron and Hudson. Then we came back here and we kind of got to work on a couple things. So you saw the shelf has made some progress. Kenan took the time to sand these 2 individual pieces of wood, and then I think he did 2 coats of lacquer. Then we came over here, installed them with way too many screws, but it's strong as hell, and then did another coat of lacquer, which will dry overnight. The color match is pretty much perfect. The fitment is all but perfect. It's really good. And function, we'll have to wait till it's dry tomorrow before we can set anything on it. But for now, looks great. Tremendous success. Now there was another thing. So when my dad refinished this basement 20 years ago, they retained the typical basement pull string kind of lights in the ceiling, but did one better than that and put them on a switch over here. So the one switch controls the one half, the two over there, and then the two lights over here. That's great. But over the sink, there was really no way to see what was going on inside of the sink. So I took this old yard light and adjusted it and screwed it up into the 2x10 or the 2x12, and then it was just on a typical plug in the wall outlet kind of thing, just like this. And I brought it down here. I wrapped it around this 1.5" black pipe for the sump pump, brought it down here and plugged it in the outlet, and then I put a little switch on it so you could toggle it on and off there. Well, the problem was you'd have people in here, they're washing out dishes or whatever, glasses from the other room, and then they leave and turn the lights off, but this one was on. It was on its own circuit. So here's what we did. We came over here, we opened this up. Since this is switched, we got a piece of Romex 110 line, and we tapped right into where it's switched, ran it inside the box. Then we used this already existing hole, brought it outside of the 2x10 into the 2x12 over here, and then used these already existing holes where the air conditioning power, these are 110 Romex lines for the air conditioning, run through. Use the same holes, brought it over here, and then I do not have a junction box yet, so we have wire nuts on the positive, common, and ground wires. But we're going to put a conduit electrical box right up here on this 2x10 or 2x12 or whatever the hell the joist is, and put that connection inside of a box. So, if I come over here now, everything, turn off that side, you'll see that the light over there goes off with a switch. I don't know why it took me 3 years to do that. It only took an hour to figure it out. But now it's done, and it's wired pretty clean. I know that this light is not a ceiling mount light fixture. It would not pass code or an inspection, but it is genuinely done very well. So, tremendous success, fantastic. Jeff went home, Kenan and I hung out down here for a little bit, and I just dropped him off at home, and it's time for bed. So what do we got tomorrow? I want to say Wednesday. I feel like today was Tuesday. We got a couple things. I got to go over to Home Depot or Lowe's and pick up a conduit box and some stuff like that. But otherwise, I don't know. So we'll talk to you then. Good night.